everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna kind of just chill and see if anybody comes on before I really get into it. Yeah. Um, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Let's see if anybody comes on. I was gonna talk today about different modalities like cryotherapy and the deprivation tank that's got sea salt in it and or magnesium and just see um, because of the fact that I've already done it, like how it affected my body and if it's right for you. What are the benefits? If it's all a big hype, you know. So I see Liz. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Um, so the cryotherapy, if you're not familiar with it, is basically you go into a like a big tank, and it goes to like a negative 120 degrees, and it's got supposedly all these benefits, whether it be for weight loss. It helps with circulation, pain, and my understanding, just intuitively, is the way it works. Sorry, I'm sweating because I just got out of the shower after getting back from the gym. The way that it works is when your body is so cold, like it's just shocked, all the cells kind of like rush together. They're trying to keep warm. It's like penguins, right? Like how penguins do. Like we create this big circle, and all of us are going to create this body heat, right? So your cells do that. That's 120 degrees below, and it's from what I did was from here all the way down, and so your cells kind of just like constrict, and then you're in there for like 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes. You think it's going to be completely unbearable, just thinking of how cold it is, and it teeters on that point, but it's never so bad that you're just like, I can't. And I mean, they said, if it got to that point, you can always, say, uncle, like, I can't do it anymore. But so you go in there, and it the the reason that I did it is, I mean, it's got all these health benefits, and you can research it. A lot of people, I'm pretty sure, do it for weight loss. I've seen, since I've gone, a lot of elderly people that do it because it's really good for people with arthritis and swelling of your joints. And that's the reason that I went. Um, Being in an office where you're either sitting all day. I have a stand-up desk, so I stand all day, but it's the same thing, like it's stagnant energy. Yeah. So what's happened is I've gotten really bad edema, swelling in my legs, and they're like, my pants aren't even fitting me, and I'm working out, and my legs are just so swollen that I'm like, you know what, I have to do something. I have to do something for this. So I had started to take water pills, helping with that, and that wasn't doing anything. So I had looked at the deprivation tank where you float in the salt water, and I've done that before, but for whatever reason, my body just wasn't. That's not what it needed. I looked at this cryo and I researched it, and just intuitively I got the hit, like, you know what, let's give it a try. And the first time I did it was Friday. It was Friday, and I went in, and my legs are immediately where I felt it. I felt it. Hi, Mike. Hey, John. I felt it, and it was like really bad burning sensation. But as soon as I left and I started walking around, I could feel like my individual cells kind of just like, it was really tingly. It was like a really tingly sensation, but I could tell things were moving, you know? And they even said, they were like, when you first do it, you probably want to come in a couple of times, and that way you can see the results. Like this is not a one-time kind of thing. The same thing with the self-deprivation tank. It's something that is, you want to keep it ongoing. There's, so many benefits, but like I said, at this point, my body was more craving this cryo, which I had never done, but it's like, you know what, that's what I want, so that's what I'm going to do. And so, like I said, I went, and then I went for my second session today, and this time, so the first time I did it with, hi Tia Lori, I love you. I went in after my workout, and I was, I didn't know, and they said, basically you could come anytime. So today I went before my workout, and I felt a huge difference. I mean, my run was amazing. My workout was just so good, and the swelling in my legs is so, it's gone. I mean, it's really gone. And I was up last night on my feet working working an event with my cousin. I'm sure that y'all saw my pictures. Having to be on my feet, and it really helped with the swelling. So, is it worth the hype, right? Like, who needs this? Is it good for you? Does your body really need this, or are people just trying to make money? Here's what I'm noticing. The world is changing right now, with everything that's going on. Everybody is waking up more to realizing that your health, that your wellness is so many different aspects, and healing is not what it used to be. And so all of these things that are alternative methods are popping up, and people are like, oh, it's just a hype. But these things have been around for thousands of years. The self-deprivation tank that people go into, the float device. Hey, Amber, love you. The tank that people go in is like being in the Dead Sea. And people have gone to the Dead Sea for so many years just to soak in it for its healing, what it offers for healing. And basically all it is a lot of condensed salt. So it goes into your body, and so if you're swollen, or you need to be detoxified, like there's toxins in there, love you back, it'll flush it right out, and like I said, people have been doing these methods for thousands of years. They've been relying on Mother Earth, on Gaia, to provide healing for them, for their bodies. It's not a matter of pharmaceuticals. It's about, doing things like this. And what you want to always do is kind of question your own body. The same way that I was, I had done the float tank before, and I had thought about it, maybe this will help. Intuitively, my body, I have such a great relationship with my body. My body was like, no, that's not it. That's not it. This cryo thing, though, let's do some research on this. And you kind of learn to just listen, because you'll physically feel a yes or a no in your body. Once you establish a really healthy, good relationship, I mean, think about it. And I've probably said this so many times. Each cell, we have trillions of cells in our body, right? They have this intelligence. And I mean, think about it. How does your heart know to pump on its own? How does your stomach know to digest food? You're not telling it. It just knows, right? It has this innate intelligence that it does what it does. And there's a reason for that, And so whenever you're able to really get in touch and listen, your body's going to tell you exactly what it needs, whether it be food or supplements or these, different kind of modalities. And I trust that. I'm going to trust my body before I trust anything else. If something doesn't feel right it's kind of like a push pull kind of, I don't know. It's probably a no, and that's why the cryo for me is, I think it's worth the hype. I mean, I've only done it twice, but I've already seen results. And like I said, I wasn't doing it for a weight loss kind of quick fix kind of thing. It was because my body was so swollen and so painful that I couldn't handle it anymore. My poor body, I could feel the insides just like miserable. Just it was bad. I don't want to function and live my life like that. I wouldn't want anybody to live their life like that. And so it's little therapies like that, or foods that you eat, that can really make all the difference. And again, it just becomes a matter of kind of listening to your body. Like, I would never say, hey, you should do this or you should do that. Because if your body says no, then it's not for you, right? Maybe somebody needs a pharmaceutical or a pill to help them. It's the placebo effect. That's what it is. If you tell yourself, oh, this is going to work, then it's going to work or create something, right? That's the whole idea behind the placebo effect. But if you are able to really establish that relationship with your body, then it becomes so much easier. It's so much easier. You just live life in a completely different way. Like, not only is it around your health and your wellness and fitness, and this is so much bigger than I want to be skinny or whatever. It's so much bigger than that. This is about your life, because once you start to develop that relationship, you're able to make other decisions in your life, because you're gonna know, is this right, or I don't know. When you get that push pull, now there's a difference, because sometimes your ego, your mind starts to get a little scared, right? Like, you're about to make a big transition or a big change, and you're like, I don't know, and you start to feel this fear. What I like to do is always question, is it fear, or is there like a sense of excitement? Because I've had to learn there is a huge difference. There's fear, of course, because if you're doing something brand new, it's scary, right? But if there's like almost this edge of excitement, then you probably want to do it because it's going to work out in your favor. And so it's just, a matter of choices making when you have this relationship that you're able to really listen to what choices. And then life just, like I said, it just gets so much easier. And yeah, so that's it. Unless anybody has any questions, I'm making a huge transition in life right now. There is major changes going on in so many areas, and I'm pretty sure that it's like that all around the planet. It's a big transitional time. I mean, just look at how the weather and the weather patterns, everything that's going on around us with the earthquakes and the fires and the floods. Even our surroundings are showing us that everything either has to be washed out, flood, or shaken up with, the earthquakes, or burned down. And everything is changing. And we're coming to a point where you're venturing into the unknown, and that's fucking scary because we don't know. And at this point, you have to just learn to trust, and we're spiritual beings in a physical body, but your body has the intelligence to guide you on this journey of life. You just have to listen. And in order to get to the point where you're listening, it's got to be clean. It's got to be clean. My beautiful cousin, Amber, who I was working with last night, is complete proof of it because of, some ailments that she was on, and then going plant-based and completely being off meds. For me, I have had genetic disorders and autoimmune disorders that through eating has helped heal. It's a thing, and with everything changing for people right now, it's a really big deal, and it's what I'm so passionate about, which is why I am, coming out to be seen more. And a lot of my beliefs, they're not the status quo, and that's scary to, come out and be like this woo-woo girl. I work with energy, and it's not just about health and wellness, but I work with energy and healing, and I want to create this as a business, as a career, to serve others, to help others. And that's why I do these, in order to teach people, to help people, so that, you can do this on your own as well. And I'm just here to be a cheerleader and a facilitator to help, with the process. And that's why if you ever have any questions, then, and I'm on here, or even if not, then, I'll address them anytime. And just creating these videos. There's one, I probably won't talk about it on this one, but I'll do another one about addiction, because honestly, I believe that addiction is more lack of fulfillment in life. That people are reaching out to substances to fill an empty hole. I'm guilty of it. I'm extremely guilty of it, and that's me being completely transparent. I have had issues with alcohol, with food, with drugs, and it's all because I've had to fill this empty hole. And there's other things that once you find that and you feel true fulfillment, trust me, no substance is ever going to make you feel that good. Trust me. When I went out to Houston with our company, last weekend, and it was the most fulfilling feeling that I've ever had to help these people. And I felt almost selfish because it was devastating, but at the same time, I was so full of joy and just fulfillment. This is what we're here to experience in life. That I had no desire to put anything except, positive light and love in my own body, because that's what I was radiating for so long, just to be a part of that, and I totally said I wasn't going to talk about it on this one, but here I go, right? Because it was it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I've felt fulfilled before, whenever I do workouts and you get that runner's high, and you're just like, oh, I'm so connected to God, to the universe. It's just like, oh, but this was completely different. It was a high that just, I can't even explain, because there's no words that would explain it, and there's no substance that could come, or no substance that could provide that feeling. Hey, Alika. Love you back. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just reading this message. Yes, there are other avenues. And like I said, I would never tell anybody to not go see a doctor, or not take drugs, or not take pills, pharmaceutical drugs to heal something, because if it feels right to you, excuse me, then do it. But what I believe and what I'm seeing in my reality is that there's so many alternative methods that are becoming, like, they're coming to the forefront. You know, that's why all these shops are coming up where there's the cryotherapy or the float tanks or acupuncture and meditation and all these other things. And it's, you know, it's coming into awareness because people are, they're starting to wake up. You know, they're starting to realize this is the new way. Like, it's the new way that's always been the way, right? Like, these are things that have been around for thousands of years. When we first got to this planet, we didn't have doctors giving us whatever pill, you know, we didn't have that. They survived. What's any different? You know? That's just real talk. And so, is it worth the hype? That, let's just bring it full circle, yeah? If you believe it and your body, you know what, even if your body's kind of like, maybe this might help, then I would at least research it. And once you start reading through stuff, because that's what I was doing with the cryo, I was like researching and looking to see, is this something I really want? What exactly are the benefits? What is it going to do for my body? And then once, like, I got such a strong yes, like, yes, this is what I need. I jumped on it. Like, I'm not going to question what my body says. Like, yes, let's do it. And I loved it. Like, I could probably do that every day. And I'm not a cold girl. I don't like the cold. I do not like the cold. But it's 3 minutes, you know? And the way that you feel afterwards, it's good stuff. The same thing with the deprivation tank, the float tank. It's good stuff. And you get to go in there and you just relax. And afterwards, you just feel just so clean. You don't want to dirty it up with any kind of substance, you know? So that's my spiel today. And I got a little, like, passionate about it. Yeah, that's my soul coming through. Like, that's what I'm here to do. Let's wake up and rock this, man, because you know what? Our bodies are meant to be alive for over 100 years. They are. That's just what it is. And because of choices that we've made in, you know, the past or whatever, the lifespan has gone down. But this place is pretty cool, and it's pretty amazing, and it's pretty freaking beautiful. And I want to be here to enjoy it because it's just going to keep getting better. Like, this ride is going to just be even, like, more miraculous. And I want to be around to see that. You know, my son is 21. I want to be around to see him, you know, have great grandkids. I possibly want to have more. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm going to keep my body healthy so that it's an option, right? So, yeah. So unless anybody has any questions, then I will make this short. But I am so grateful for anybody tuning in. And again, this is my heart. This is my soul, you know, talking about this stuff. And as I become more comfortable talking about the actual energy work that I do and the healing that I do, which is pretty powerful. It's hard to talk about because it's really powerful. But it's who I am. And it's time for me to stop being scared of everybody judging me and just come out and say, this is who I am. And I'm proud of who I am because I'm a pretty cool chick. And I have some pretty cool gifts. And my intention is always to serve others with those gifts. Yeah? So, I guess that's it. I hope y'all have a blessed Sunday and a blessed week. hopefully this starts you off where it kind of wakes you up a little bit, and you start making some other choices. Yeah, I love you. I love you all, and we will talk again soon. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.